Hello. In this video tutorial, we are going to do a little bit different. We will still use the if statements and loops, etc. But rest of the things are going to be different. A lot more logic based instead of things moving around. Okay. What we are going to do is a guessing game. So the computer is going to guess they think of a number, and we are going to guess. Okay. So I'll try to go through the steps slowly so that you can understand, because a lot of things will be new. So let's do the one which you're familiar with. Add objects. Let's add a person. Um, let's see, person, people. Under people, this one you can probably choose any person, doesn't matter. um, I'm going to choose Socrates. Okay. So that person is kind of uh, you know works like a computer, I guess. So what Socrates is going to do is going to think of a number, then ask us to guess. Okay. So the question is, how can computer think of a number? Well, in this environment, the world, if we click on the world, the corresponding functions have all kind of general purpose ones. Some Boolean logic, math comparisons, and that and all you can do directly also. Random number, working with random numbers, strings, user interactions, and even for mouse it has something, and time of the day type of thing, and advanced math we can use. So all kind of stuff is there here. Okay, so we will use few things here. Okay, so let's see. Let's go back to Socrates and go to methods. Let's say let him say what he's going to do. So I basically dragged Socrates say to here. So want to say something different. I am going to think of a number between 1 and 100. Then you can guess the number. Then you should try to guess that number. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, say okay. So let's play. So that's what it says. Well, it didn't last very long, so let's make it maybe 2 seconds or something. Let's play. Okay, so that's better than 1 second. Or if you want to make it a little bit longer, that's fine. That's not a main thing. So you can see this. You can click on this more and do all kind of options. Okay. So now let's let him think of a number. So once you think of a number, we need to store it. So we are going to create a new variable, number. Okay. So that's a new variable. So this variable we are going to use to store a number, right? So I clicked on create a new variable, and number is the default, and I just specified number and say okay. That's what I did, and we have a number here. So now we want a random number. We want to store a random number here. Let's see, go Underworld, and I said go under world. Functions is where all the general purpose functions are. Okay. So now you can kind of drag this random number and you can see I'm not able to drop there. Okay, so I'm not able to drop here either. So you can see that red box around it, which means we are not ready to drop. Okay, so here is the proper way to do it. Just to drag this variable here. Now you can see it's green. Set to value, just any value, say any value. I don't think expression work. Yeah, so any value, just set number set value to 1. Okay, now let's drag the random number. Just click on this and drag it right inside 1. Okay, so that's where you can see it becomes green. There you go. So now number is, just drop it there. Number is set to this random number. Let's look into this more. We can specify the minimum 1, maximum 100, and by default the numbers are fractional numbers. Okay, so that's why that's a integers only. You can click on true. Okay, so this will ensure that the number is integer number between 1 and 100. Okay, so let's let him say one more thing. Okay, let's go back to Socrates methods, and Socrates say I am ready. Okay, okay, so now he is ready to get our number, get our numbers. So we need a variable to store our guess, right? So let's go ahead and create a new variable, guess. Okay, so that's the variable we will use to store our number, right? Okay, so we have to get the user input from the user input, right? So for that, go Underworld again, under functions. See right here, ask user for a number is there, right? So if you drag and drop here, you can see it red again. You cannot do anything easily. So do this similar to what we did for number. Drag the guess here. Just say set value 1. That's fine. Now drag this ask user for a number and drop it on to 1. Okay, so what do we want to say? Enter your guess. Okay, are you ready to test? Just see how it goes. Okay, so that's pretty good. Enter your guess. Let's go ahead, enter your guess. Okay, that's all we have done. Okay, very good. We have a number here. We have a guess and a number. Now we are ready to compare, right? So we want to ready to compare and give you a feedback saying whether number is correct or too low, too high, or whatever, right? Okay, so you need to compare them. So we need a if statement, right? So maybe I'll stop here and just let you guys think a little bit. So what do we have to do beyond this? We have two numbers, the number the computer thought of and the guess you have input. So we have to compare, right? Compare and say the meaningful thing, and hopefully we can allow the user to try multiple times, right? Okay, so that's the kind of approach we are trying. So let's go ahead and put a if statement there and just say if true. Okay, so right here is the if statement. I'm just going to make this window a little bit bigger since we are going to work with more code. If there are a few ways now we can do. What we want to do is we want to compare this, and so you can simply drag. Remember, it's all drag and drop based, right? So if the number, I'm dragging the number and put it inside, right? So immediately ask what to do with this number. Remember that it's a if, it requires a condition, right? If number is less than, go under expression, guess. Okay. So as soon as you drop that, this box comes up. If number is less than, and go under this expression and guess. If you click on that, it becomes number less than guess. Okay. So number less than guess. So we guessed it too high, right? So we want to let's say, what do we want to do? Okay, for now, let's say let's say let's put a statement there. Too high. Is that right? Yeah. So guess is higher, so it's going to say too high, right? Okay. So now else, this is number less than guess. So we want to check a number greater than guess too. Well, for that you can drag and drop a if statement and do nothing within the else portion, right? So really doesn't matter. So the number, drag the number here on true, and we say number greater than this time. Okay, greater than guess. Remember, this is a kind of nested loop. If within a if something, else if something. Okay. So now I can copy this statement again and drag this here. Say too low, right? Guess is too low, right? So else, we know that what is the else case? We checked the number less than guess, then we check the number greater than guess. So if both of them fail, we know that they are matching, right? So make a copy, put here, and you can say something. Hooray! You found it. You guessed it right. Okay, so let's go ahead and play it. 50. Too high. Okay, so let me restart it again. 50 again. Wow, that's surprising. We managed to hit 50. 50, let me enter. It's too high. Huh, I'm surprised that keeps coming too high. I was hoping to see at least too low at least once. Okay, you're on a record here. Okay, finally. Okay, so you kind of got the distribution, idea of distribution. Okay, so this is pretty good, but that's not exactly what we want. We want the user to try again, right? So let's see, we want to modify this program so that user can try again, right? So a few times. So for that, anytime we want to keep trying again and again, we want a loop, right? We want while loop. So we can put a while loop there. So and move this inside, right? All the if statement inside the while loop, and then what is the condition here? While number is not equal to guess, right? So I drag the number here and not equal to guess, then you have to keep doing this, right? So so now since that's a while there, let's while condition there, you can move this here in the bottom. Okay, so that's the time you will output the message, you guessed it right. So okay, And let's see, enter your guess. We can even, in the interest of keeping the code minimal, you can even move it inside this statement. There are several ways to do it. I'm just going to do it in a minimalist way. So let's move it inside. Okay. So now the guess will be basically while within the while loop, it says the right message and asks the user to enter the guess again. Okay. A few housekeeping things. See, the number is initialized to 1 and guess is also initialized to 1. In case the number, the random number is also happens to be 1, then they will automatically match here. So without even user guessing, it will match, right? So we don't want that. So let's initialize guess to something else. Okay, that will ensure, that's just initialization. Okay, that will ensure that we never match when we go in first time. Okay, not a big deal, you know, it's not a serious thing, just I'm trying to be perfect, I guess. Okay, let's play now. $50 I'm going to enter. Too low. 50 is too low, so 75 too low. How about 90? Too high. 85 too high. 80 too high. 78 too high. 77. Okay, that's 77. Okay, so I hope you got the idea. Let's restart again once more. You can play with the timing for the messages. Okay, you can adjust the number of seconds that each one displays and all that. So let me guess different number. Too low. 75 too low. 90. Wow. 96. Okay, 98. So we know what it is, right? Okay, so I hope you got the idea of using variables and how to get a input from the user and set the values, so on. Okay, let me review the code once more. So first one, Saket is saying something, basically is ready. Then we are setting the random value to this number. We are updating the number to the random number. This is the initialization, right? So here is where we are setting the number, and then he's saying he's ready. Then we have a loop to keep going until the number is guessed correctly, right? So then here within the loop we are getting the guess, and then we are doing the if checks. Again, this need not be under else, it can be the next one as well, you know. So it's just a little bit more efficient sometimes if you put it in nested loop, you know. So it will work fine if you put as a two separate if conditions too. Okay, because it just checks whether it's less than, then it checks whether it's greater than, right? So only one of them will be successful, so either one is okay. But just if you put it as a nested one, it's a little bit more efficient, because once this is satisfied, then it won't even go here, it won't even check the condition. Okay, not a big deal. So then if they do match, then you go up to the while condition. They are matching, the while condition is over, number is equal to guess, it comes down and prints this message. Okay, so okay, just one more time. $60. I didn't even see what it was. 40 too low. 70 too high. 65 too high, 55 too high, 50 too high, 48, 48 it is. Okay, so I hope you got the idea and you can do it yourself. Okay, thank you.